What up, incredibly low budget YouTube intro, and follow at Dini or Same UFC on Twitter. Welcome to the For Real Show.
Well, this weekend, Liverpool beat ManUtd in the FA Cup, and I was gutted because I'm a ManUtd fan. Even though I've got a London accent, don't hate. But still, Liverpool deserved the victory. We had some awful goalkeeping and defence, and the whole team just played awfully bad. Like, I know we didn't have a lot of our players, but with ManUtd, we should still be able to put out a performance that could beat Liverpool. But for now, I'm going to follow Liverpool in both the Carling Cup and the FA Cup. I think Liverpool have done well beating both Manchester clubs in a week, because I don't think Arsenal or Chelsea would be able to do that. Or is it just Liverpool got lucky? Who knows? Only time will tell. But it was quite a fun game to watch, and it was just unlucky that we lost. That's all. Okay, my second story today is that the show Only Wise Ethics, otherwise known as the really retarded abbreviation TOWIE, gives a 1.4 billion pound profit a year to our country, which is crazy considering the program's awful. These people may have talent, but I don't see it on TV when they're having so-called scripted reality. Who has to have their own life scripted? Does that show how stupid these people are? And there's been this whole sort of Essex scene where people drive towards being these types of people. It makes me sick. But anyway, I do like Amy Charles because she's pretty hot. So if people watch the show and it boosts the economy with 1.5 billion a year in lipstick, lingerie, watches, shoes, anything that they wear, then I suppose it's helping the country. I get to see more of Amy Charles, so I can't really complain. However, it is just an awful show, and people need to wake up and go and watch something less mainstream and awful, even if the women are hot, because that's the only reason why I've watched it. But yeah, you get the point. I watched the Royal Rumble match, and it was beast. I mean, everyone expected Chris Jericho to win, and at the end, Sheamus pulled out the victory. Sorry about the spoiler, but it was an amazing match. It was really good, and there was the return of some legends like Road Dogg, Mick Foley, Booker T, Jerry Lawler. All these people, all these legends came back and forth in the ring like they always do, but it's really entertaining. But apart from that, the rest of the pay-per-view was trash. I mean, the Daniel Bryan, Big Show and Mark Henry match was in the steel cage was complete crap, because you knew that Mark Henry and the Big Show weren't going to fight each other very well. Because the two gargantuans fight in the ring, nothing ever goes right. When they had a submission man like Daniel Bryan, that match was ever going to go well, and then Daniel Bryan won it and is walked off. It's kind of annoying now. I don't know whether he's turning heel or whatever, but it's getting kind of irritating. And then the Davis match was trash. The Drew McIntyre match was trash. The CM Punk match was really boring and trash. And the other good match was Kane versus John Cena, because towards the end of the brutal match they had, there was a count out, and then Kane went backstage, dragged Zack Ryder out in a wheelchair and tombstoned him in the middle of the ring. Then Eve Torres came out to try and stop Kane from beating him, but Kane kept going. And then John Cena came down to the ring, and he thought, he was going to do the classic hero thing where people were chanting the hate Cena chants, and then Kane punched him straight in the face and dropped him, and that ended that. And I thought it was quite a good ending to that. But the Royal Rumble match was beast. It was a pretty good match, and pretty darn good. I recommend watching that pay-per-view because it's probably one of the best I've seen this year. But I know it's only January. Well, in the last few years, apart from the Money in the Bank when CM Punk won the WWE Championship. But Sheamus won, so I don't know whether that means the World Heavyweight Championship is going to be in the main event on WrestleMania. I think it needs it, and I think that SmackDown's getting really boring, as that World Heavyweight Championship match at the beginning, the steel cage, will prove. So I reckon I need to move people like Chris Jericho and CM Punk to SmackDown to have rivalries with people like Randy Orton, and then when Christian comes back, and then it can become more of a brand like it was in 2005 again, is what I want pretty much. But main point here is that Royal Rumble was beast, and I recommend watching it. Laterz, skaters, something later on. Love your faces.